him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And Erik Carlson, better known as Sickie Wifebeater, a founding member and lead guitarist of Mentors, one of the most controversial rock bands to emerge from the 70s, died on December 29th at the age of 66 after a battle with cancer. Fuck cancer. Late Sunday night, December 29th, the following message was posted on the Mentors social media. Says, "It's with deep sorrow that we announce the passing of Erik Carlson. Erik was fondly known as Sickie Wifebeater, a founding member of the musical trio Mentors. He passed this evening at 11:45 Eastern, succumbing to a year-long battle with cancer. Erik will be missed by those who loved him. His musical legacy will outlive us all. Rest in power, Sickie, guitar legend." He died on December 29th. I know this news is coming a little late because I'm in the process of moving, so it's kind of hard for me to do anything now, but I had to do something for Sickie, man. Anyway, Carlson started the Mentors in Seattle in 1976 with bass guitarist Steve Broy, Dr. Heathen Scum, and singer-drummer Eldon Hoke, El Duce, who attended Roosevelt High School together. And most known for their shock stage presence akin to G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies, a long history of false rumors and outrageous myths also helped augment Mentors' fame and notoriety. The trio inspired and offended masses worldwide using chauvinistic satire and obscene comical acts, playing an identifying role in moral depravity and pushing the boundaries of freedom of speech. Many have called Mentors pioneers of shock rock. They were known for their more offensive and perverse lyrics, which caught the attention of many, including Tipper Gore, who formed the PMRC, the Parents Resource Music Center movement, citing Mentors for their shocking lyrics and labeling the albums with parental warning labels. El Duce had controversial appearances, including Jerry Springer and The Hot Seat. After overcoming El Duce's 1997 death at the age of 39, Mentors continue to keep El Duce's spirit alive, touring and recording new material. All right, there you go. Man, this band's been around since 76. And I heard about them 9 years later. When I went to California in 1985, my friend Henry turned me on to the Mentors. And they were playing, I think it was Madame Wong was the name of the place. And we went to go see him, and I remember El Duce goofed on me. He said, I bet you don't have a job. Get a haircut, hippie. He said that to me, which was cool as fuck. My first encounter with El Duce. Not my last encounter, but Sickie Wifebeater, man, he was, I know it's not cool, and we live in a day and age that Sickie Wifebeater is like, what the hell, man? But back in the 80s, it was still what the hell, but you know, of course it didn't take it that extra mile like it would today, but still, to have a name like Sickie Wifebeater, and then he did interviews about beating his wife, but I mean, I remember watching this back then and not thinking it was serious. Now people see this and they take it serious, and you know, it's not cool to beat on a woman. I don't promote that at all, and you know, it's not a cool name, I'll admit it. But he didn't do it as far as I know. You know, I never heard of Sickie Wifebeater going to jail for beating his wife. I don't even know if Sickie had a wife. But I met Sickie on two occasions. And my God, he was funny and drunk all the time. And he was just a cool dude. I did an interview with him, and I've been looking for it everywhere. I wanted to put it on here. I can't find the Sickie Whitebeater interview I did with him. And when he was drunk, and it was a hilarious interview, man. And now it's gone. I can't find it anywhere. It'll probably pop up one day. I could have sworn I uploaded it on YouTube, but nope, nowhere to be found. I was lucky enough to see the Mentors 3 times. Once without El Duce, but they were just hilarious. And Sickie was an amazing guitar player. I mean, that guy can shred. He was playing a lot of, behind his head. He was just fucking awesome. I thought they were fucking great. It's just humor. I know it's not cool, the subjects and all that, but back then, it wasn't really, wow, as freaky as it is now. But, man, I love those songs, man, even though I don't perform any of those acts. Songs like Sandwich of Love and, the 4F Club, Free Fix for a Fuck, Golden Showers, Rock'em Sock'em. Rock'em Sock'em's about beating up your wife. It's a song about Sickie Whitebeater. But I don't know, man. To me, it's just funny. And I know some people get upset, with me for finding that funny. But you got to remember, I found it funny back then when people weren't as touchy as they are today. I'm not racist, but I laugh at racist jokes. Does that make me racist? It's ridiculous. The Mentors, they called it rape rock. They even had one song. What's the name of that song where Little Betty wasn't too frisky when she passed out from the whiskey. Then we gave her knockout pills to help us get our thrills. Sleep Bandits. No, I've never done anything like that. I would never do anything like that. What's the fun of having sex with somebody that's not awake? I don't get it. I need that, camaraderie, during sex. Somebody passes out, it just ain't gonna work. I won't be able to get aroused with shit like that. But they sang it, it was whatever. I didn't get offended. I thought it rocked musically too as well, man. But it was, and when I went to California and I saw the Mentors, the very next day I went to the record store and I found the Get Up and Die EP, which is so cheap, it doesn't really have an album cover. It's 2 pieces of paper in plastic holding the album. But it's a great EP, Going Through Your Purse, King of Sodom, I think's on there. Get Up and Die, Peeping Tom, And then I got the live album, Cafe de Grand, where El Duce introduces Peeping Tom, and he's like, yeah, girls don't like us. And you hear in the crowd a girl go, we know. That's just hilarious, man. It's like, basically we're losers, and I don't know. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just harmless fun. I mean, people that would listen to that and then do something that's in those songs would have done it anyway without the Mentors. You have to have a sick mind, twisted mind to do some of the things they want to do. I guess because I had parents that raised me right, I would never ever inflict any harm on a female. But hey, the Mentors are even more underground now than before, so, they're still out there slugging it out. I don't know if they're going to keep going after Sickie's passing, but I saw the Mentors with Sickie and Dr. Heathen, and it was good. I mean, but I gotta admit, it wasn't good as the El Duce one. But I gotta tell this story. The second time I saw the Mentors was crazy, man. I showed up and at the club, this club called Churchill's, and I walk in, the first thing I see when I walk in the club, El Duce's passed out under the pool table. And I was like, is this guy playing tonight? I mean, he was all fucked up. And then when they did play, he didn't play drums. He had two groupie type girls holding him up. And we all took turns singing songs. I got up there, and what was the song I sang? Oh, man, now I can't remember. Damn. Yeah, I can't remember. What was... I got up there and did a Mentor song, and it was a fun night, but it was a disaster as far as, you know, a performance. El Duce wasn't singing. He was just standing in front of a microphone. Anyway, so after the show, I went up to him with to get an autograph on my To The Max CD I bought that night. And he's literally, he's talking to a crack whore. Now, here's the thing. I mean, that club, Churchill's, I was at, it's, you know, it's in the bad neighborhood, Little Haiti. You see chickens running around because there's a lot of voodoo being done around there. And there's also crackheads. Actually, the people, there's a parking lot across the street from Churchill's. There's crackheads that act like the parking lot attendants. They're helping people drive in, and then they take their money and they leave and get cracked. That's the type of neighborhood this was. So after the show, I go up to El Duce, and he's all messed up talking to a crack whore. And I wanted to get my CD signed. And I'm like, El Duce, can you sign my CD? And he goes, can't you see I'm talking to a lady here? And then he just grabs her and he just scribbled his name, ballpoint pen on my To The Max CD. And yeah, then later on, you know, if those that know, El Duce claimed that Courtney Love offered him $50,000, I believe, to shoot Kurt Cobain in the head. And then soon after, they found El Duce dead on a train track. And people try to pin that on Courtney Love. Let me tell you something. As far as Courtney Love killing Kurt Cobain, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. But as far as El Duce getting drunk and passing out on a train track, all I can think about is walking into Churchill's and see him passed out under a pool table. I'm not saying she didn't have him killed, but to me it's kind of like, yeah, El Duce would probably do that. And they found him decapitated. Like his head must have been like, you know, laying back on the railing or something for the train to come and chop his head off. But that's it, man. Hey, rest in peace, El Duce and Sickie Wife Beater. And thank you all for watching The Only News That Matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't and ring that little notification bell. And if you know the mentors and Sickie Wife Beaters, please share your stories. It's more than welcome. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and schmack 'em a gob.